just get the door for you.
Okay. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted, you're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well.
So I saw a situation with the Cheesecake Factory lady, and I only saw like maybe like a few seconds of it because I already know it's gonna be some bullshit. But the more I scrolled on social media, the more she popped up like a really bad zit. I don't fucking know. And I'm like, so I had to watch the shit for myself, and fuck me, man. I really got mad. I really got really angry. Because this is the kind of shit. This is why people don't want to date anymore. This is the kind of shit that makes dating near impossible. All right. And I already gave you a warning in the beginning. Because this was some this was some bullshit. This was really fucked up.
Whew.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Look how she, in the very beginning, he's like, you can hear him saying, let me get the door for you. She's like, okay. And then right after, when he goes out to open the door for her, look at this shit.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
I hate that mentality. I really hate that fucking mentality. First of all, okay, look, if you don't want to go to I'm gonna get tongue twisted with the story again, pissed. If you don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, that's fair. But don't downplay the guy because he took you to the Cheesecake Factory. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, you took me to the Cheesecake Factory. We got a problem. Get back in the car. And I'm like, fuck you mean get back in the car? Why don't you get out the car? I'm trying to figure out what was the issue. What is it? And then not only do you have the issue with the Cheesecake Factory, like, okay, look, I understand you have a problem with it. That's fair. That's okay. But the moment you start recording somebody because they made a simple inconvenience for you or something that you did not agree with, you want to instantly record them. I never understand in this day and age that people want to record themselves every time something happens to them. Every time something inconveniences them in the most minute possible way. Like, it pisses me off. Because I'm like, you got this nice, sweet guy, no homo.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other.
Who's like, let me open the door for you. But in that instant, he's like, man, we about to have a great time. He's like, yo, I got this pretty woman with me. I'm about to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Yo, he is happy. He's probably more happy about the Cheesecake Factory than the date herself. And I'm like, I know he is happy when he's getting around that corner while he's walking across the car. And then, boom! Camera all in your face. Just all in your face. Saying, you did wrong. You fucked up, buddy. You messed up. And now, thousands of people, because I looked at her account, she has a lot of followers. It's not like she has 1,000 followers. It's about to call the woman a bitch. She has a lot of followers. I think like 140,000 or some shit. So it's like, he just exposed this man on social media for like no fucking reason. Just mind his business. And I never understood that. I'm like, why do you do that? It's not that deep. If you want to talk about it, talk about it. But don't be blasting his face. Pause. You know, I don't care. Don't be blasting his face on social media. That's fucked up. Let's keep going.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date?
Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
But you're probably at 5 on a Tuesday at best. Calm the fuck down, alright?
So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I don't care if you're taking a 15 out of a 10. It doesn't matter. He's paying for the meal. Why can't you just be grateful for, be grateful that you're just going out to eat, And I'm like, apparently she want to go to a more expensive restaurant. I'm like, okay, sure. But in this day and age, fortunately, I've had the luxury of having a wonderful girlfriend, a long-term relationship, and I'm extremely grateful for that. Because I don't really think I could live in the dating world. Because for some reason, and I'm not only blaming women for this, because men had this issue too, but I'm just speaking for the women, is that for some reason, the more money you spend on a woman, the more that translates to the more you love her or something like that. The more money you spend on her, the more you love her. And I'm like, I never understood that. Because this is the first woman I've seen who complained about not going to an expensive restaurant. Alright? I don't understand why you have to spend so much money on somebody to just tell them that you love them. Because, casually dating somebody is expensive. Going out with friends is expensive. So it's like, it's expensive. Dating is expensive, So I don't understand that logic. Like, whether you go to a Cheesecake Factory or go to the Hell's Kitchen Gordon Ramsay restaurant, it doesn't matter as long as you're spending time with that person and actually getting to know them. That's what really pisses me the fuck off. Let's keep going. Fuck.
You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You just met her. You just met him. What does that mean? Okay. You're probably going to get mad because I keep going back and forth, so I apologize in advance. But when somebody says, you are supposed to court me, what does that mean exactly? Yes, it is true that a lot of times guys are the first one to initiate the courtship. So it's like, okay, that's fair. But what do you mean you gotta go all out? You're supposed to be courting me. Did she say catering to me too?
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative. And at least,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well,
What do you mean what do you do that's cooperative? You're complaining about going to a freaking restaurant. Bro, okay, look. To be fair, how can I say? I was about to say something like, if it's not like he took you to McDonald's for the date, that's the problem. No, because it is, a lot of times, we don't really always have the money to take, our spouse, our partners, girlfriends, or wives to the most expensive places, So sometimes you kind of gotta downgrade. You gotta just, admit to yourself you kind of gotta downgrade. So it's like, shit. Even if it's to somewhere at McDonald's, the point is at least you were treated, I know it's gonna be some people like, oh, I would never take my girl to the McDonald's. That's because you got money, bitch. Everyone doesn't have money like you, so sometimes we gotta treat our women to McDonald's money. What's up? So that's fair. But the Cheesecake Factory is not a McDonald's. It is a Cheesecake Factory. They got good food. They got good cheesecake. The milkshakes are pretty good. Love that shit. But I'm like, it's not that deep. Maybe I'm taking it personal because my girlfriend just went to Cheesecake Factory a little while ago. That might be the reason why I'm really getting triggered. I don't know. I don't use the word triggered, bro. That's just how mad I am. And that might be the reason. Or it's just because maybe she's just fucking egotistical maniac or something like that. I don't know. And I don't want people thinking that, man, that's why I don't date black women because he always got an attitude. No, this is not the kind of, this is not the kind of narrative I'm trying to push.
When we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I
yet.
can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman. Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
okay. Well, look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See,
I know
I
you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I understand.
For an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
that is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been.
Again, I just don't understand the point of the Cheesecake Factory. Why is that such an issue? I can't be. She's like, look at this. I can't be calling the Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, where do you go? Do you always go to a very expensive restaurant? Or do you just wait for guys to ask you out so you have the opportunity to go to a fancy restaurant?
And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
And waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, the equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you
just
don't
said,
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
The point of dating someone is to get to know them. It is not the point of trying to get free stuff. It's not trying to get free food. It's not trying to take advantage of someone. It is the point of getting to know each other.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for dating.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He was
but
out of the parking space.
If I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see?
I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well,
And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad he spoke his piece, said his point, and then just buckled up and drove off. Because, like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact, if you do some shit like that to me and just start recording me, I'm just gonna ask you to get out of my car. Like, I don't care. Like, I will throw money in your face for an Uber and call it a day. Because you're not gonna be recording me over some dumb shit like that. And this woman is making it hard for women to find good men. Because of dumb shit like that. Stop posting people's faces on social media to try to get some kind of, to play the victim. It's fucked up. And I'm like, I think he dodged a bullet. I really think he dodged a bullet. And I pray to God he doesn't go back or try to, like, I pray he doesn't, like, try to make amends or try to give another shot. Because if she's tripping over something like this, she's going to be tripping over what's going to happen when things get, like, really bad. What happens when things get serious? What happens when things require sacrifice or compromise, as she put it. No, fuck that. Fuck that. It ain't worth it. You dodged the bullet, my boy. And anyone who's dating, please, if anyone try to post you on social media, just call it a day. Just end it right there. The date's over. It doesn't matter. Because I don't know. And also, one thing again, And this is something towards black women. Black women, stop pursing your lips like that lady did. Stop doing. I forgot. I don't know how she did it, but she was. I'm gonna do a close up of her lips. It doesn't look good. She's. Stop doing that. That doesn't look good. Because you know it causes wrinkles right here. And that shit is really ugly. It's not good. It doesn't look good. Like how your face, how you at 55, your face look 35, but your lips look 85. Stop doing that. But anyway, I'm done. That pissed me off. Fuck that, bro. Shit.